Welcome back to my channel. Once again, if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, give the video a thumbs up and share your thoughts on today's video in the comment section below. So, if you've been watching my series of videos, I am currently in flight attendant training. I just ended week 5, so I'm about to enter into my last and final week. Hallelujah. But I just wanted to give a brief overview of how week 5 went, how it started, how it continued, and how it ended. Oh my God, week 5 was a lot. I'm actually recording with my phone, so please, if you see it shaking and stuff like that, I don't have time to set up a tripod. I'm just, yeah, it is what it is. But take it when you get it, okay? So week 5 was a lot. Week 5 was a lot. It was actually a continuation of week 4. So as I mentioned in my week 4 video, we started learning aircrafts. So we, as flight attendants with the airline company that I'm currently training with, were required to learn about 8 different types of aircraft, and each aircraft has different variations. So although we're learning about 8 different aircrafts, it doesn't mean that we're going to learn how to operate 8 doors. It's actually more doors. I think it was a total of 12 doors. So yeah, you're supposed to know how to operate it, and then also provide visual checks or visuals or checks that indicates that you are aware that this door is armed, disarmed, all that process. If you're in the flight attendant, if you're in the aviation industry, you would know what I'm talking about. But if not, you don't really need to care. It's not important. Well, it's important for the job, but it's not important for this conversation. But yes, we started from week 4. I spoke about it in week 4. We did the narrow body aircrafts, which are the smaller aircrafts, in week 4. And then we continued with the wide bodies. With the wide bodies are typically the ones that go international. If you've flown to places like Ghana or Amsterdam or London or something, you would know what I'm talking about. It's the one with the 3 aisles, with 2 aisles in them. Yes, essentially. I think that's the best way to put it. But, oh, my hand hurts already. Okay, so... So essentially week 5, what happened in week 5? So we continued learning about aircrafts, and both assessments for the aircrafts happened in week 5. So in week 4, we studied narrow bodies. So we learned about all the aircrafts. We got a break for the weekend. We went on our first training trip, which was really cool. We are training to become flight attendants, so obviously at some point we need to go on a plane and pretend, in this case, as flight attendants. But it was a really good experience. I believe my trip was from Atlanta to Fort Lauderdale. It was a good experience. I enjoyed it. It was actually pleasant. The experience was very pleasant, and the team or the crew that were on that flight were really good too, and they were willing to help, willing to teach, and very open and very professional as well. So I could appreciate that, because I did hear that some people's trip did not go as planned, because the crew on board that time, we ain't about that on this channel, but it is what it is. I'm just glad that mine was favorable, and the people I work with were super amazing. Our evaluator was super amazing. She was very sweet. So yay to me. So we ended week 4 on that note, and then we started week 5, so we continued with aircrafts. And then before that, we actually did an assessment on the narrow body aircrafts. So we were tested on that. I mean, my assessment went great. I will definitely talk about that when I do like a final sit down conversation about my entire experience of the 6 weeks. But one thing I will say is the content is overwhelming. It is a lot of information over a short period of time, but that's just it. It is a lot of information over a short period of time, and you're expected to reproduce or know or memorize, or all of that. So it can get hard, but the content in itself is not difficult. It's as simple as it can get. But that being said, we started week 4 off with an assessment. Then we continued learning about the other portion of the aircrafts that we have, which is the wide body. So we did that also. And then on Friday, we got assessed on the wide bodies. Saturday was a tough one, because Saturday we had 3 different assessments. So all the aircrafts that we had studied or we've been trained on, we got assessed on that, specifically on the operation of the doors on those aircrafts. And like I said, it was a total of 12 doors. Yeah, 12 different doors. And I'm telling you, they are not standardized. Honestly, I was able to get through mine. Typically, the whole process is that you do it the first time. If you miss anything, you get a second attempt. And then if you still don't get it, then you get a third attempt on a different day. The first and the second attempt happens on the same day. Like I said, I would give a more detailed conversation, not necessarily giving any specifics, but then the basic stuff that you should expect because you will be told anyway. So, yes. And personally, I did not have to do any second attempts or anything. I was honestly surprised that, I mean, I studied, so I know, but after a while, because it's not like you're doing all of them back to back, it depends. Because the line or the section of the building that I was in, there was a little bit of a delay because your ability to go through them quickly is dependent on the person ahead of you or the people ahead of you. So if they take time, then you're going to have to wait longer and stuff like that. But no hard feelings. But all I'm trying to say is that honestly, it got to a point where everything was just blurry. Like I get there, I know, I say, and I move on. But it's like, I, it's just happening. Let's just say I wasn't present. Yes, my body was present, but mentally I was out. Personally, for me, I think I checked out of the whole process, like the whole experience or the whole training process at the beginning of week 5. I don't know. No, Saturday morning. Yes. So at the end of week 5, I was like, you know what? Give me my wings and let me go home. At this point, I'm done. I'm over it because it was just so much going on, too much information, just too much going on. The only way, honestly, you can properly be successful and very effective at this training is if you check out. You have to detach yourself from the entire world. Social media, family, friends, just take a break. Just own your own, be in your own space, be in your own zone because you don't even have time to get distracted. That's the best way to put it. You don't have time. You can't afford to get distracted. Like anything that's going to suck your energy or turn your positive energy into a negative energy, you don't have time for it because my class, for example, starts at 6 a.m. Sometimes it's 6 to 6. So if it's 6 to 6, when I return, I need to rest, eat, study, and sleep. I don't have time to argue. I don't have time to have conversations that are not relevant to the success of this training program. So you literally have to be willing to detach yourself for 6 weeks. And it is a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, so we did that. Saturday was a lot. We did EMVs or like group assessments where your success is dependent on your team members. So a team member can either break or make all of you, and you're given like scenarios and stuff like that, like real life things that can possibly happen while you're in flight or while you're working. So I get the idea behind it, and for me personally, I just go with the flow. I just make sure that I'm there to support my team members. So I'm watching everybody. I'm doing what I need to do, but then I'm also keeping an eye on others just to see if they need an assistance. If I can help, I can help. Because me telling you what to do or assisting you in your portion or your task only makes all of us successful. So it's not like I want to show like I know it all or I can do it. No, 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 no. That's not the point. Because if you pass, I pass. If I fail, you fail. If you fail, I fail. So let's get it together. Let's do this as a team and let's keep it pushing. That's my motto. Okay. So we did that early in the morning, and then we had to go through our emergency equipment checks and stuff like that. Because mind you, after next week, which is week 6, we are literally flying the following week. So it's that quick. So they want to make sure that we are ready to go in case of any emergency. We are trained, ready, and prepped to go. And I do get that, and I appreciate it, honestly. But one thing I will say is having gone on my first training flight and comparing the whole training process, the training process is intense. You're literally being held to a very high standard. But once you get on the line and you start flying, it seemed more chill, more simple. Like things just fall in place. I think that's the best way to put it. Yeah. Things just fall in place, which is good because it's tougher now, but then when you get out there and it ends up not being as tough as it seemed during training, then it's good because it's a win-win situation. You're ready essentially for the worst case scenario, you know? But beyond that, week 5 was okay. It was a lot. And I think it's because mentally I'm like out of it. I'm like ready to go home and eat some good food, cook something, sleep on my own bed, have my own me time, do me for the most part. So I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm just done. I just give me my wings and let me go. So that was it for week 5. And then after the equipment checks, we did the doors and stuff like that. Like I said, my process was smooth. I did have to wait a much longer time because it was slowing down because other people were taking more time, but no hard feelings. I was successful, and that's what matters. I don't really care anymore at this point. Let's go. But yes, I do have another trip tomorrow, which is going to focus more on the service related aspect of the job. The initial flight was more so safety related, so this will focus more on the service. I do hope that the weather is amazing so that I can actually get the opportunity to serve the customers of the passengers on board, so I can get that full experience as well. But if not, it's all good. I would have plenty of opportunities to do so, because we are what? Getting our wings on Friday. Hello. Beyond that, it's good. I mean, we're making friends. You're in a class with so many different people from different walks of life. You're meeting new people, so it's a good experience, and I'm definitely never going to forget it, because I've done a lot. I've gone through a lot, but this has been so far the most intense process just for a job. And yeah, it's a lot, but let's see if it's well worth it. They all say it's worth it at the end of the day, so we're gonna see. I will be waiting patiently to see what happens. But that being said, this is the end of week 5. I literally almost forgot to record this video, but that's how checked out I am right now. But it is the end of week 5, and we're looking forward to week 6. I do have a final assessment Wednesday of week 6. So I have a written assessment, then I have another group activity, and then I believe they're going to do like a comprehensive evaluation just to see if we understand the material and we know how to use the resources that we have, which is good, because I want to make sure I'm ready. I don't want to be thrown out there if I'm not ready. So I would rather want to get assessed as much as possible, so that anything that I need to work on or learn or better, I can get the opportunity to do so, because I want to be amazing when I get out there, you know? And my success is highly dependent on the sort of training that I receive here at the training center. So here we are. Oh my god, guys, yes, I am ready to go back home. Yes, if you're wondering, I do have a natural hair channel. It's my name, Princella. I do have a link to that channel in the description box below. So if you're wondering how I keep this looking the way it's looking, I do have a hair channel, full hair channel with hair tutorials. Please go ahead and check it out. That being said, as I've always said in all my videos, I am here for that new flight attendant. I am here for that person who hit that apply button. I am here for that person who recently got an invitation to attend their event day or for a video interview. I'm here for you. I'm here to give you real-time information on how to become successful as a new flight attendant. If you need more information about how to get ready for your event day, I do have a playlist on how to become a flight attendant in the description box below. Kindly check it out, because it is well detailed, it is straight to the point, and it is real-time 2023 information. Check it out now. Once again, if you like today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share the video. Guys, I'm giving you guys really good content here. Support me by subscribing. Support me once again by subscribing, by sharing my video, liking it, and share it on all social media platforms. Please put me out there, because I want to be out there. Thank you so much for the support. Once again, I will see you in week 6. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.